So to continue the yearly tradition here on the channel, where at the end of every year, I'll give you guys my top 10 list for the most anticipated films for the next year. This time we're going to look ahead to 2026. Before you get on to the actual list, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment below what you think of this, and what is your top 10 list for most anticipated films for 2026 in any specific order. So for top 10, we have The Mandalorian and Grogu. As you can see in my background, I have The Mandalorian Funko Pop along with a mini pop Baby Yoda pillow. So I'm a big Star Wars fan, just to say that. And also there on my book collection, I have the Star Wars archives from the first trilogy, I'm sure. But as someone who actually pretty much enjoyed the first couple seasons of The Mandalorian and was a little bit disappointed with the third season, I'm excited to see what they'll bring with this film, especially in a more cinematic setting. But it looks fun. I'm liking the stuff we're gonna see, all the action with The Mandalorian. I want to see a lot more of the relationship between Din Djarin and Grogu. So I'm overall pretty excited for this film. But I hope this is a good film because I need Star Wars to go back to its roots, basically. I've heard Andor is pretty good. I need to watch that show. In the movie side, I need them to, get a grip and actually make good films again. For number 9, we have Project Hail Mary. This is a movie starring Ryan Gosling that's basically sort of a space adventure to save the Earth. We follow this professor, I'm pretty sure, played by Ryan Gosling, who wakes up on his ship with no recollection of how he got there and where he is, and throughout the movie we get little hints of him discovering more of how he got there, more of his memories, and overall I think stop the sun from exploding, something like that, to save planet Earth. This is based on a book by the same title, but I have not read that. I'm just reading off the synopsis on Wikipedia. I saw the trailer, looks pretty fun. I like space adventure and stuff. I like Ryan Gosling as an actor, so I'm pretty much looking forward to this one next March. Number 8, we have Mortal Kombat 2. As someone who pretty much enjoyed the first Mortal Kombat, I don't think it was anything phenomenal or great. I think it was just an okay film. I liked the action. I wanted to see a lot more of the sort of lore we have from the games, a lot more of that story. But with the second film, looks like they're going to be a lot more faithful to the games, with Johnny Cage now being the main character. We're going to get introduced to other characters from the games, such as Katana, Jade, and other characters like that. So I'm pretty excited to see this, and unfortunately got delayed into next summer. For number 7, we have Dune Part 3. I wasn't really there when Dune and Dune Part 2 were coming out, but when Dune Part 2 was coming out, a lot of people recommended me to watch the first Dune film, so I watched that and really enjoyed it. Then later when it came to Max, I watched Dune Part 2, really enjoyed it, so I'm now a Dune fan. It's not a die-hard fan, but someone who actually really much enjoyed those films, so I can't wait to see what they pump out with the next one. It was supposed to be based on the Dune Messiah story. I don't know exactly what that is about, but I'm excited to find out in this third film. Number 6, we have Supergirl. This is the second DCU movie releasing, which is releasing next June, which I'm very excited for. It stars Millie Alcock as Supergirl, basing off the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow storyline from the comics, where we see basically Supergirl meeting a young girl who's on a quest for revenge against Krem, which is the main villain of the film. She's more of an alcoholic who drinks and parties on other planets because of the tragedy that happened in Krypton. We reacted to the trailer a couple weeks ago when it came out. Looks really fun. Can't wait to see Jason Momoa's Lobo and a lot more the world building into the DCU. So I'm very excited to see this one. At number 5, we have Clayface. Clayface is a movie I'm very excited for. I do think it's at the end of the year, it's gonna end up being the best comic book movie we're gonna get next year. It's basically a horror film set in the DC universe, following the origins of Clayface, which is the iconic Batman villain that we've seen in multiple shows, in multiple animated stuff, and a lot of the video games, especially Arkham City. A lot of the stuff that we've seen look really good. This is written by Mike Flanagan, but overall I'm very excited to see this. I want to get a lot more flavor into the DCU's version of Gotham and how Batman might operate in those parts of Gotham. I want to see how it differentiates from other previous adaptations of the city, and I want to see how this version of Clayface looks in live action in comparison to the animated stuff we've seen. Now our number 4, which is Michael. This is the Michael Jackson biopic, that we just got a trailer a couple months ago. I'm very excited for this. Everyone on earth is a Michael Jackson fan. This movie's gonna make a lot of money, and Jafar Jackson looks really good in the role of Michael Jackson for this one. Even though we had to go through a lot of reshoots and rewriting and stuff for the final act, I'm very excited to see this one. Michael Jackson has a long library of iconic music, and I can't wait to see those songs being recreated by Jafar in this one. It's gonna lead into Michael's childhood, into his teenage years, which is Jackson 5 and stuff, then rising into fame, becoming the Michael Jackson that we know today. Now we're getting into the top 3, where the really juicy stuff begins. You can already get some predictions of where I'm gonna put these 3 films. So top 3, Number 3, we have Avengers Doomsday. Yes, maybe a little bit low. I'm still unbelievably excited for this one. It's bringing back some of the Avengers, such as Chris Evans, who just got a teaser. Thor's coming back, and now with the X-Men now returning, I'm very, very excited. The X-Men teaser just got leaked like 1 or 2 days ago. Those looks we got of Cyclops are just healing me. As someone who's loved Cyclops all his life and hates what Fox did to him in those films in the original trilogy, I'm so happy to see Cyclops getting the spotlight he deserves, being the true leader of the X-Men, and just being a badass overall. So I can't wait to see that.
To me, my X-Men.
I also can't wait to see, hopefully soon, some first look at Doctor Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr. He's gonna give a really great performance in that one. So the runner-up for the list, number 2, is Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm a diehard Spider-Man fan. I love Spider-Man. Everyone loves Spider-Man, so I can't wait to see this next iteration of Spider-Man in the MCU. This is a whole new trilogy directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who's writing Shang-Chi. It's gonna be a lot more grounded Spider-Man story, which I'm very, very excited for. Spider-Man has always worked better in this street level grounded setting, so I'm excited that it's going back to its roots basically, even though Homecoming was a street level film. But anyway, but I'm loving that what we're seeing of a broke Peter Parker being Spider-Man, a classic Spider-Man we've seen. The suit looks really, really great. I'm just very, very excited to see what they do with this one, with the whole Spider Cocoon thing and stuff from the comics. It's gonna be a very fun film for sure. And then number 1, which is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. I've been on a Nolan pill lately. I've been watching a lot of films I hadn't seen before from Christopher Nolan. I watched Inception, Dunkirk, rewatched the Dark Knight trilogy. I've just been on a Nolan pill lately. I love those films. As someone who knew about The Odyssey before this movie got announced, I'm very, very excited to see this. I read The Odyssey, at least a portion of it, for school like 1 or 2 years ago, so I'm somewhat familiar with the story. I love the whole Greek mythology stuff. I love the mythological creatures I'm hopefully gonna get adapted in this one. The trailer we've got a couple weeks ago looked really, really great. The 6-minute prologue that some people got at IMAX screenings also looks really, really great. I love the cinematography, I love the score, I just love everything. And then the cast filled with stars. We got Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, Anne Hathaway, Mia Goth, I think, is also in the film. It's a star-studded cast. Hopefully gonna watch a lot more Nolan films in the future. I still want to check out Oppenheimer. I still haven't seen that one, unfortunately. Hopefully gonna get out on physical, because physical media is the way to go. Really, really unbelievably excited for The Odyssey. It's my most anticipated film for 2026. So that's just my list for the most anticipated films I have, in my opinion, for 2026. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment below your top 10 lists for most anticipated films for 2026. I'm George. Peace out. Take care.